Hello, my friends, and welcome to a special edition of Verbal Surgery. I'm your verbal surgeon, Tim A. Cummins, here to radiate your brain for maximum gain. And I've got a special edition today. We're starting a new series of verbal surgery and what I like to call Brain Train, because we're going to get on that train and we're going to ride that brain around the tracks, have some good times with you. And in this first edition of Brain Train, what I'd like to talk to you about is exactly what is hypnosis. What is this mysterious ability of your brain to go into different kinds of states and achieve all kinds of magnificent things? What is hypnosis? Hypnosis is single-mindedness. It's nothing mysterious. It's nothing like, ooh, supernatural. It's nothing like that at all. Hypnosis is now being studied in medical journals all around the world. You can read things in Harvard and Yale. Anesthesiologists looking at hypnosis and how it can better use for anesthesia. And it's an amazing quality in our brain, and it's something that we use all the time. Now, if you were to ask me what is hypnosis, I would say we see this all the time. In fact, anytime that you have a really strong emotional state and somebody starts giving you instructions, that's hypnosis. I don't know if you ever see commercials from time to time. There used to be this commercial where they would get on the phone. It was called Reach Out and Touch. And, you know, they would call their mom or their dad and just say, oh, I love you so much, and get this program. And, you know, every time I watch, I'm kind of like, this is so powerful. It's so good. Yes, I need to call somebody. Are you feeling me? That's hypnosis. Because what happens is our brain, this front part of our brain right here, the frontal cortex, is involved with logic. But the vast majority of our brain, in fact, when we call it our mind, we have two parts of our mind. We've got the conscious mind that, again, is run by this prefrontal cortex, the logical part. That's where we get our identity from. That's where we think through things in a logical manner. But the vast majority of our mind is in our subconscious. It's the part of us that really runs all of those significant parts of our body. Like, you don't have to think, now beat heart, don't beat, beat, don't beat, beat, don't beat, or about time to breathe now, better breathe, or don't forget, it's time to digest that food that we do. You don't do any of that consciously, but your subconscious mind at a different level is running all of that stuff. And that subconscious mind does not think in logic. The subconscious mind thinks in emotions. So anytime you have somebody making a really strong emotional pitch to you and then still starts telling you what to do, guess what, my friends? That's hypnosis. Now, of course, this is just my opinion. You know, there's, I've read hundreds of books on the subject in neurology, and there's lots of different opinions on that. Some of them think about hypnosis as being an involuntariness where you do something. I'm of the school that believes that all hypnosis is self-hypnosis, that if you don't want to get involved with the process, you aren't going to be involved in the process. When we talk about hypnosis, it's not like, oh, I'm going to get inside your brain and I'm going to make you do something. That's just not the way it works. I like to think of it more like ballroom dancing. Can you imagine the two partners out there, but one of the partners that's doing the ballroom dancing is just sitting in a chair and the other one's kind of going around and around on the ballroom floor by himself? Can you imagine that happening? No. So it's a teamwork. In essence, hypnosis takes a coach. Now, there's a lot of great things about self-hypnosis, and in future episodes of Brain Train, we're going to talk about some of those too, but the main thing I want you to get involved in today and really understand is hypnosis is not anything mysterious. It's working with that part of your mind that's the automatic control. Some people think of hypnosis as, well, you know, when you're driving down the road and you're thinking about something else and you miss your exit. Well, you, whatever you is, that part in that frontal part of your brain that's going to stuff, that was involved in something else. But who else was driving that car then? Well, that was your subconscious mind. That was the part that's running on the automatic part of it. But again, that's not truly hypnosis unless, in my opinion, again, hypnosis is when you have a strong emotional effect, when you're single-minded, when you're focused on one thing, and then somebody is giving you some kind of directions. Now, I am involved in my practice of clinical hypnosis, and that means primarily how can I help people with their physical problems. I'm talking about changes in pain control, weight loss, with smoking, quitting smoking. But the physical parts of it, but the other good side of it, those are all kind of the negative parts of our body when it starts to break down for some reason. But the other part of it is the peak performance side, about how through visualization, and using hypnosis and controlling your mind, how you can achieve amazing things. And if you think about these, world-class athletes, Olympic athletes, don't you think they're doing visualization, hypnotic techniques constantly? Of course they are. So why shouldn't the general public learn how to get inside your own brain and do this? So let's try a couple little exercises here just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. First off, I want you to think about a lemon. If I've got this really sour lemon here, and man, it's so sour, we take a big bite out of it. Oh man, that is so sour. Woo! Man, that's tart. Or you think about those little candies here in the States. We have what we call warheads, which are these like little tiny, really super sour candies that they have this white powder on the end. You can lick that stuff and you're just like, wow, that is so sour. Oh my goodness. Now let me ask you a question. Just from listening to me talk about that, did you start getting some kind of effect? Did you start feeling like there's more saliva in your mouth? Now why do you think that is? There's no, you didn't actually bite into a lemon. All you were doing was thinking about a lemon, and your body reacts. That's because your mind and body are connected. There's no separation. There's no mind and body. Your mind is in every part of your body. If I was to ask you right now, I want you to think about your right big toe. I want you to think about that. You may feel the pressure of the shoe on your right toe, or you feeling the ground against your feet, or maybe you can feel the sock against that, or the warmth that it has. Now, before I mention your right big toe, were you thinking about it? No. Was your subconscious mind thinking about it? Well, I can verify that if you had anything unusual going on with that toe, you definitely would. So in that sense, again, our mind is completely connected with every nerve, cell, and fiber in our body, which I think is a marvelous thing. And it's a wonderful positive thing that you can use for good and get all so much better. But let me tell you, my friends, if you get a negative attitude and somebody tell you how you're going to get sick, oh, you got people around you, cough, you're going to get sick. People keep telling you about that. Brother, again, what are they doing? They're raising an emotional state because nobody wants to get sick, so we start getting a little bit of fear going on like that, and they start giving you commands. And I'm here to tell you, you're not going to get sick, man. You're going to be a daggum tiger tick, baby, and nothing is going to be able to stop you because you're strong, you're powerful, and you're going to get better every day. You listen to that sort of stuff all the time. You ask yourself whether you're going to get better every day, and I tell you, you are going to be. Let me give you one other small example of the power of your mind. I want you to put your hands together like you were making a prayer. Squeeze those hands together a little bit. And I want you to put your two fingers up like this. And I want you to separate your two fingers. And when you separate them, I want you to imagine that those two fingers were magnetic. Are you right? So we're going to separate those fingers, and I want you to look between those sides. And I don't want you to resist, but you'll notice that your fingers just naturally come together. That's part of your imagination. Are you feeling me? Did you get that experience? Kind of a little bit weird, isn't it? Let's try another one. I'm going to put your two hands together like this. Kind of rub them together, kind of press them together a little bit like this. And I want you to separate your hands about 3 inches. Now, a lot of times this works even better if you close your eyes. If you want to close your eyes, you can. You can close your eyes now. And I want you to imagine that there are two very powerful magnets right here in the center of your palms. And those powerful magnets are beginning to draw your hands together. Like you had powerful rubber bands that were pulling your hands closer and closer together. And again, do not assist, do not resist. Just let your powerful imagination show you what your mind is capable of. And if you're like most people, in just a moment, your hands will touch. That's right. And you could try that again on your own at different times, but you will see again how your mind and your body are connected. So what does all this mean? Hypnosis is a wonderful tool. And in verbal surgery, we use some types of hypnosis. We're not calling it exactly hypnosis. We use point of view shifts and tempo shifts and directions, commands, if you would say, to feel good now. You know, when someone tells you to feel good, really good now, well, there's a part of your brain, that deep part, that subconscious mind that says, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. All right. You start to smile a little bit, and when you smile, those endorphins start to roll around in your brain, because this powerful brain creates amazing chemicals that can get in there and make you feel good now. That's what we're going to be talking about. Hypnosis is completely natural. You experience it every day, right before you go to sleep. Every time you dream, you're experiencing hypnosis. Have you ever wondered about why it seems real? Because your subconscious mind is in control right then. Your subconscious mind just takes everything as true. And we need to make sure that that capability is used in a powerful way for good and not evil. And if you've listened to verbal surgery very much, you know that I'm all about being positive. About being positive, about being friendly and loving. And as you share good thoughts, loving thoughts with other people, it's a cycle. It comes back to you. It comes back to you. And as you use your kind words, and as you use your powerful mind, and as we work together, we're going to go through things like quitting smoking, losing weight, pain control, many other things we're going to work with together. So I hope you come back and look at our website. And if you'd like to get personal one-on-one attention, that's why I'm here for. We're going to work on Skype calls, with phone calls, or you can visit me at the Verbal Surgeons Intersectum right here and come over and have a private session with me right here to let me help you train your brain in different and more powerful ways. Man, it's going to be a wonderful experience. I dig you, baby. Thank you for spending time and listening to this right now. I look forward to looking and being with you again real soon. Take care of yourself. Love you. Bye.